So far in this series of the truth behind how far you should actually hit your golf clubs, we've talked about driving, we've talked about irons, we've even talked about how many putts you should hold. But today we are talking about 3 woods and how far they should go. But if you're hitting 3 woods like that, there might be a reason why. So Dave, we are in today talking 3 woods. I've given you a 3 wood which I know full well is not the right one for you, but we see it in a lot of people's hands. We have got you with an LS 3 wood there.
Yeah, thanks for that, Chris.
A low spin option. It does have a regular shaft in there, so the shaft is correct, the flex is correct, but low spin is not going to help. And how many people buy off the shelf, buy a 3 wood because all 3 woods look the same? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today, because next up we have the Tacomo Ignis D2 fairway wood, brand new from Tacomo. So we do have a 3 wood here. We now have a standard 3 wood. So we have weighted on there. It's designed for all level golfers. We've got a regular shaft in there, Ventus. We've got the same 15 degrees of loft. But one thing we do have with this club is a smaller head shape.
Looks more hybridish.
Yeah.
Well, similar line.
And we have a consistent left going on with these 2 clubs. So distance wise, although on the wrong fairway, distance wise is pretty good. But one thing you might not think about is that on screen there. You can see 3 fairway woods with 3 totally different looks behind the golf ball, and the look of a golf club is going to have a huge effect on confidence. This is also going to offer you different kinds of forgiveness and different kinds of launch. But now we have Dave's current fitted 3 wood in the bag. Totally different on the face, totally different on the top, and totally different in size. Down the right hand side there, but a tremendous launch, and it has gone a pretty long way down there. So the difference of heads certainly made a difference in flight and direction. Right, so back on another tee box, we're going to go reverse order here. So we're going to start with the 11, and again, price wise, this is the cheapest of the options. It's the biggest size head, as you see there from those 3. We do have the lines in the face which do match with the Cobra LS. So it all is down to personal preference, what you like to see down behind that golf ball. And Dave has performed well with this so far this year. And that's another towering shot, Dave. Just up the right, not drawing back, but and that's gone a good distance as well.
It's not bad at all, isn't
there.
that, I don't think.
No, and it's a good fly, and that's what you want from a 3 wood, because a lot of people struggle with 3 woods, as we've seen with your first 2, where they don't get the height, so you don't get the carry. If we don't get that carry, we're not getting the distance. So Dave's mixing up. He's gone with the LS next. We'll go in with that, Dave, because they've got similar faces on there. So I see you've gone for the one you like the look of.
I got confused. I thought we hit the LS.
It's been a long day, Dave, hasn't it? We've been up since 5 AM today. It is now 2 PM and we're still going strong. Right.
Well, I think going strong's pushing it, but yeah.
It is controversial, yes.
We're trying.
But that is what you're going to get from an LS. That one that you catch out of the middle, which might be 1 out of 20 as a mid-handicap golfer.
1 out of quite a few, yeah.
Comes off nice and fast. A penetrating ball flight, but quite low. We are on a raised tee here.
Yep, carry on, no problem.
We are on a raised tee here, so that might be all right on this tee box, but if that was going uphill, it wouldn't have gone as far, Dave, would it? And we need to maximise carry with these clubs. We're going to let this gentleman play to that hole over there.
Where's he going?
It's a rather wide tee shot, but we've all been there.
Oh, I see, yeah.
It's a good recovery shot, though. Yeah. Not bad.
Decent.
Playing it as a 5. It is a par 4. Obviously down behind the golf ball we can see no markings on the face. Mizuno golf ball, interesting, Dave. I don't think we've tested one of those. But
Best be quick, you know what I'm like at the minute.
I do, yes, you're right. But not the one you prefer behind the ball. It has performed well. This did perform exceptionally well at Woolley Park for you on the 18th hole, which
It did.
was very close. So let's see what we can do here before we go off the fairway. And again, a good flight. It's come off reasonable there, Dave. Turning over a little bit, just short of that ravine. But height-wise, a third of the height of your club, which, again, for most golfers, guys, we need you to optimise your carry. So loft is your friend, having the right shaft in there, getting the correct launch, even in windier conditions, just like this. Dave's first shot carried further than the LS, even though the LS had a more penetrating ball flight. So yes, it might have gone a couple of yards further on this occasion, just because the first one landed in the rough. But I reckon there's only 2 or 3 yards in it, but we got a lot more carry, and that's what I want you to think about with your clubs. Is your 3-wood not carrying as far? Is it running a lot? Is it a club that you don't really want in your bag? Well, let's talk about those averages with this club. Now this is the test, because off the fairway 3-woods are a big conversation. Should you have one of those in? Should we have more loft? Because like I mentioned there, more loft is potentially your friend. And would you really use this here? This is where you have to think about the top end of your bag, because if we're talking about the distances here, obviously if we talk handicaps, well, we'll talk age first, Dave. So average for a 20-year-old is 189 yards.
What with the 3-wood?
With a 3-wood, 193 at 30, 189, so it drops at 40, 183 at 50, and 172 on average for 60 and over. Obviously the optimums are over 200, as you'll see on the screen throughout there, and we have 170 uphill into the breeze. And this is where people might have these clubs in their golf bags and think, well, this is where I need to use it, and this is where you need to have something with the correct shaft in there to make sure we get the launch, the look, again the head size, the weight's in the right place, because this is a hard shot for any golfer, never mind a mid-handicap golfer.
And that's why.
And that's why, because you're trying to help that up.
Yeah,
that's the Tacoma. Let's now go in with the trusty LS. The one that a lot of people have in the bag without knowing. So just buying a 3-wood, if you're buying off Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, if you're buying off any kind of website online, make sure you know what it is. A 3-wood isn't just a 3-wood. We have a lot of options.
That was from me trying to help it up into the air.
And some are easier to hit than others. Because Dave knows this is an LS, again, and he knows the Tacoma is a little bit smaller, doesn't suit his eye. You might have spent that money, got them second hand, or even bought them brand new. And they don't work. I highly recommend going to get fitted for this club to see if it is a club you should have in your golf bag. So yes, we all want to hit clubs as far as possible, but they have to be effective. And that just nearly killed that seagull, Dave. The only seagull we've seen all day, but that is fitted, that is on the green, and that is the difference on having a club that suits the eye, fitted.
That tells the story, doesn't it, really?
And gives you confidence.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure when you are picking the clubs in the top end of your golf bag, make sure to go and get fitted if you can. We know that that's not in everybody's budget. It's not something that everybody wants to do, but it can make a huge difference. You would probably rather go and have that fitted and spend once than spend 2 or 3 times and have the hassle of selling. But the averages there on screen you can see. Have a think, is that further than you hit it, or is it shorter than you hit it? Manage those expectations, but make sure you have the right golf clubs in your bag. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, smash that subscribe button. And if you're looking to save any money, guys, get into the description below. We have plenty of partners this year who've come on board to save you some money. And I'm not pushing you into that. If you don't and you're not bothered, then don't go and look. But if you do want to save some money, head down below and we will see you very soon.